Good day. Welcome to King Williams Everything. We got the Blue X-Link. I had this for about 3 weeks now, and I was going to kind of give you some of my impressions and some things I do see that are not quite right, and little annoyances, that kind of thing. And there are some good things. Number one, pairing it. It always asks, and this is on Android, it's always asking me every time I try to repair it. I got to do the key, which you don't have to do, but you have to allow access and pair. It seems like you have to do this a lot. It should just automatically pair. Once you pair it once, it should be paired. It doesn't do that. App's okay. The steps, way off. I have a Fitbit, pretty accurate. This thing, it's just like you'll have twice as many steps with this as you would with a Fitbit, so this is pretty inaccurate that way. The heart rate monitor, you have to actually go into the menus and let's see. Go into heart rate and click on the heart rate. It's not constant. You got to click on the little heart here, and then it'll finally go in and start looking at your heart rate. So it's not like it's up to date. You got to continually do that if you want it updated. A little pain. I was kind of thought it maybe would just automatically, just check it every 20 seconds. How hard can that be? But apparently it's pretty hard. The menu is kind of poor. It doesn't really give you a lot of information like how to get in the menus and stuff like that. Or if it did, maybe I didn't read it. I don't know. It was kind of weird. But basically, to get into the menus, what you do is you bring up the clock, and if you swipe down like that, oops, swipe down, that'll give you so you can dial out. And if you swipe to the lefty or righty, it gets you into the menus. So you got the dialer, Bluetooth, contacts and settings, stopwatch, music, alarm, calculator, camera, and the camera will make your camera on here turn on. There's no camera on here, so it's just a link to this, but if you've ever got it in your hand, you might as well do it that way. The calendar, all this stuff works pretty well. I'll show you how to sync up your contacts. Notifier. Let's see. Let's get out of here. Okay, notifier, call logs, messages. That all works fairly decent. So there's not a lot of options, but just enough to make it useful. The let's see, what was I showing here? Oh, back over here. Idle, locate, sleep, locate. Click on that. It'll make your phone buzz, or if you do it from here, it'll make your watch buzz, so you can find your watch. Steps, way off. You can see that doesn't do a whole lot other than give you some basic information. You can see that's all good. The thing I absolutely despise about the app is you're stuck in Celsius. So if you want to do, you want to see your location and temperature, it's in Celsius. No way to change it. That should be fixed. I reported that on their little feedback thing. Never even got an email back saying thank you. Maybe we'll look at it. All right. Oh, and the location's wrong. It's like, well, how can you get this wrong? Simple things like this. But the app's pretty simple. You can sync. And it does a little sync. Me, kind of see it. You can add some things. The units, imperial, so that should give you Fahrenheit. Doesn't, but maybe it's for Europe. I don't know. Home, and that's basically it. You can, and other than that, if you hit on the plus, you can change. I suppose you maybe add somebody who can delete some of this stuff. All good. The main thing I was going to show you how to. Oh, the other thing that really irks me. There is no way to, if you have it synced with Bluetooth, you get a phone call, you have to answer it on here. Or if you do answer it on here, it answers over here. So there's no way to turn off, if you just want, say, messaging and everything else other than phone calls, you can't do that. You're stuck with all or nothing. So I did find that kind of annoying where you get a phone call, you answer it, it answers here. The messaging and that stuff's fine. Yeah, you get to see the little messages, and it all works great. But like I said, the phone call thing, not being able to, I've had where, somebody else was using it, they dialed out, and I was like 10 feet away, and it started talking through my phone. It's like, or through my watch. It's like, I don't want that. I know it's a smartwatch, but it'll be a little smarter. Syncing up your contacts, pretty simple. You do it through Mr. Watch, and after you got it connected here, let's see. Contacts, Bluetooth, sync with phone. And see, it's got a little status bar showing that it's syncing. And then when you're done, it'll show you that you have all your little contacts there. So it's pretty easy. So basically, go into Contacts, Bluetooth, Sync with Phone. Very easy. So it took me a little while to find that, but I guess it's kind of intuitive if you've done it before. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I just didn't realize it's that easy. I think you'd let you do some of that stuff through this app, but the app's basically a GPS tracker, health tracker. That's all it does, or a step tracker. These steps, like I said, don't really do much. There's not a lot of information there. Locate, and we can say start. So you can see my phone is beeping. And we can say stop. So that's kind of cool. If you do it from here, you can locate your watch. The other thing I was kind of disappointed. If you look at the like their little advertisements and stuff like that on Amazon, the pictures that they show, well, they show the watch, but it's showing a different interface. Kind of confusing. Notifier, call logs. Click on that. It'll show you everybody you called, messages. It'll show you your messages. That all works great. It syncs up just fine. Contacts are the only thing you really have to go into and say Bluetooth, and then sync with phone. So, and like I said, swipeys, lefty, righty, and downy will take you into like the caller thing. So if you want to call a number that way, and you can do that. So if you just want to dial, whatever number you want to dial, you can do that. So kind of a nice phone. It's fairly decent. I've been wearing this quite a bit. I mean, it's nice. It's heavy. I haven't really scratched it up any that I can see. Like I said, the only issues I do see, some of the apps and stuff like that kind of suck. But all in all, a decent watch. The other thing you might need to know, they did find that to get the display to come on, what you do is you give it a good flick and then hold it. If you just sit there, flick really fast, it doesn't do it. You got to kind of flick it and hold it. If you just do a quick flick, it doesn't usually pop it up. So you're sitting there like an idiot flicking your phone. Flick it, stop, and it'll pop up the time. So that's cool. Oh, battery life has been pretty good. I've been getting the whole day out of it, and even overnight, if I don't charge the next day, it's still working. I haven't seen really how long it goes. I mean, like I said, I don't use this a lot, other than to check the time and my steps, which is horribly wrong. It's like, come on, guys, get that right. That's, you kind of market this as a fitness tracker, phone, watch. At least have the fitness tracker working correctly. But still, I like it. $50, you really can't complain horrifically about this for $50. I mean, if you're going out paying $600-800 iWatch, maybe I would be more angry, maybe upset. But for $50, I mean, it's a good starter watch, and it does tell the time if you get it to show up. You can change the dials and stuff like that. I wish there were a couple more options. Maybe they'll come out with a firmware update. I'm not sure how they do that, or maybe if they update the software, it'll let you check the version and update it. I don't know. It seemed like there wasn't a lot of memory. If I remember, it had like 4 MB of memory, so mostly for contacts and stuff like that. And I kind of dig this one. The wristband, it's more of a rubbery kind of feel, and I've been wearing it quite a bit, and you see it really hasn't gotten dirty, and I've been doing a lot of dirty stuff. So that's kind of cool. I was kind of concerned that maybe it would look like crap after a short period, but it has, it's still nice and bright and white. And everything else looks pretty good because, like I said, I'm not babying this or anything like that. So, but anyway, I thought that would be something you might enjoy. So if you're interested in it, pick it up. Like I said, I think it's $50-60. I can't remember exactly what it was on Amazon. But don't be disappointed if it doesn't do everything you want, because it's not, like I said, it's not an iWatch. It's just a cheap Chinese watch. And, I mean, it's good at that, but some of the other things, Other than that, I mean, it does look cool. I've got comments, people kind of interested in what it was. So, anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Have a great day.